I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Finally, after a couple weeks, I'm sitting down and putting together a video on one of my favorite players of the vintage era, and that is Baltimore Colt flanker slash running back slash do-it-all player Lenny Moore. I finished his base card run, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or so, and I just hadn't sat down yet to put the video together, but today I am, and it should be a good one. Lenny Moore does not have any ugly cards, believe it or not. I don't think, anyway. If you don't know a whole lot about Lenny Moore, he was basically one of the first, if not the first, multi-purpose running backs. In today's game, we see, most teams have a running back that can both run and basically play wide receiver, right? Back in the 50s and 60s, it was still a ground and pound game, 3 yards in a cloud of dust type thing. But Lenny Moore was one of the first that was used both out of the backfield and as a receiver. And some of the stuff he did back then was pretty extraordinary. And we're going to dive into some of his pretty outlandish numbers right now. So just how good was Lenny Moore? Let's have a look. I'm going to hide myself out of here. As you can see, Lenny Moore, 12 years with the Colts, 7 Pro Bowls, 113 touchdowns, almost 12,500 all-purpose yards. He was a Rookie of the Year. He was an MVP. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1975. And he's still the only player in NFL history with 40 receiving touchdowns and 40 rushing touchdowns. He also, not listed here, but he also led the NFL in yards per touch in each of his first 6 seasons. I think he finished in the top 8 in both rushing and receiving yards the year the Colts won the championship, which I think was 58. We've been kind of spoiled with guys like, recently Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, obviously Marshall Faulk. Before them, there's Roger Craig and Marcus Allen. But Lenny Moore was kind of a unicorn at the time. He led the NFL twice in touchdowns. In 1957, he had 10, and in 1964, he had 20. Which I think was the record until LaDainian Tomlinson broke it. When he retired, he had 113 career touchdowns, which at the time, he was only second behind Jim Brown, and he's still ranked 16th all time. So yeah, a Rookie of the Year. He was a Comeback Player of the Year winner as well, the year he won the MVP in 1964. 5-time All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler, and he was also an NFL All-Decade Team member of the 50s and an NFL 100 all-time team member. Incredible career for the guy who probably still doesn't get enough credit where credit's due. Anyway, enough of me blabbing. Let's take a look at some cards. Okay, again, this is just Lenny Moore's base card run. He has some regional issues that I don't have. He's got, also has cons and post and all that good stuff. But this is just going to be his base run. And we'll start with his last card and work forward to his rookie card. Or work backwards, I guess. Here we have his 66 Philadelphia. This one's graded a PSA 7. It took me, surprisingly a long time to track one of these down that I liked at a price that I liked. And this was the last one that I needed to finish the run. And again, I don't think he has any ugly cards. There's the back. Nice crisp green back. And yeah, again, a nice image of Moore on the front. Next up is a card that I bought raw at a local show a few months ago. submitted it because I thought it looked really good. And indeed, it got a SGC 7 grade. I love the look of this year of Philadelphia cards, 65. And again, another great image of Lenny Moore in this one. Next up is a set that is growing on me. Now, Lenny Moore did not have a 64 Philadelphia, even though he won the MVP that year. In 63, he got hurt and lost his starting job, actually, believe it or not. And so he didn't have any cards in 64. So his 63 tops is the next one on the list. This one's a really good, SGC 6th grade. Getting a 6 in this set is, that's a really good grade. That's a strong grade. Again, I don't think the guy has any ugly cards. And this set is really growing on me. When I first got into vintage football, this is one of those sets that, I thought Topps did the collector dirty, with the colored borders all the way around the perimeter. Not really fun. Very condition sensitive. Just like this next one, 62 Topps. Well, this one's only in a 4.5, but again, I think that's a pretty strong grade for the year. This set has really grown on me. I love the yellow nameplate on this one specifically, and I love how they did an action shot and a portrait. The centering on the back is leaves a lot to be desired, but again, 62 Topps is one of the tougher vintage football issues out there. Next up is a set that I really like too, because I love the solid backgrounds on these. It's kind of similar to 59 Topps, but this is his 61 Topps, graded a PSA 7, an old grade, but I think the grade still holds up on this one. It looks pretty good. Centering's off a little bit up and down, but the color is outstanding. And the back is really clean. There's not really a whole lot of wear on that that bluish color background that you often see. This one's really clean. Next up, every Baltimore Colt card looks great in this set. That's the 61 Fleer. I just love how the Colts players look in this design. The dark blue, royal blue uniform color, and then the white border with the team logo. Fleer is a pretty underrated brand, I think. When you talk about vintage football card sets, Fleer really did a really good job on designs. Quality control, not so much, but card designs, they did a really good job, I think. Next up is his 1960. This one is graded a 3, which, I oftentimes think, do I ever upgrade a card based on the grade? And my answer is usually no. Because while this is graded a 3, it looks a heck of a lot better than that to me. And I'm cool with that. Now I know it's going to get dinged because of the wear on the corners on the back. But regardless, really strong example. Great smile, Great picture. Next up is his 1959 Topps. Now this set just screams 50s to me, and this card's no different. I love the how the name is done in different colors. It's so 50s. Team logo, great picture again. This one's graded a 6.5. If you're wondering about Lenny Moore card values, extremely affordable, especially for what he did for the game. And you know, he was kind of he foreshadowed what the game was going to become about 20 years before it happened. Great looking card. Next up is a not so great looking card, but I got it so cheap that I don't really care. And that is this one, his 58 Topps. The centering is awful, and it's such a cheap card that this one I probably will upgrade. Not because of the grade it got. I can live with low grade copy cards. I don't care about that. It's just the centering is so bad. But I think this is one of those cards I got for like under 10 bucks, and it's like I'll use this as a filler until I upgrade it someday. Really nice card though, outside of the centering. The color's really good. It's got a fisheye right there. And I love these CGC holders, or CSG. Next up, we've got 2 cards left. The next one is his 57 Topps. This one's graded a 6. Again, I think Lenny Moore is one of those guys. I've said it, I don't know, 15 times in this video probably, but all of his cards are nice. He's kind of like the Warren Spahn of vintage football. Warren Spahn vintage baseball cards. He doesn't really have an ugly one either. This is his second year. It's 57 Topps is an amazing set. I love the cartoons on the back. It's got a little bit of stats, a little bit of bio. Easy to read, clean. And then if you've watched my channel for any bit of time, you know this is a top 5 card in my collection. Not because of value, but because I feel I have one of the best centered Lenny Moore cards in existence. I don't give a crap about the grade on this. I've looked this over way too many times because I'm curious as to why it got a 5, but at the end of the day I don't care. This card's beautiful. This is a Lenny Moore rookie. Typically a PSA 5 is going to run you 130, 140 bucks. But if they're well centered like this, expect to pay a premium. This card, because of where it was on the card sheet, is notoriously off-centered. Finding one, if you found one 60-40, consider yourself pretty lucky. I still haven't found one as nice as this, and I bought this about 2 years ago. One of my favorite cards in my collection, as I said, just because I know how hard these are to find centered this well. Again, you know, you can pick up a collector's grade, air quotes, copy of a Lenny Moore rookie for about 150 bucks, right? That is borderline criminal that they're that cheap. especially if you compare it to, some of the rookie cards of players of the 70s, 80s that go for more. No pun intended. This one is undervalued in my eyes. It's got everything going for it. A great image, great color, a great set, a great looking set. It's not loaded with a lot of high ticket rookies or anything, but looks wise, it's a very eye appealing set. And this is kind of the headliner of it. Like, this is one of those cards I don't even know if I could ever let go of, because I know how hard it would be to replace in this kind of condition. So yeah, that's the Lenny Moore base card run. Now, like I said, he's got some other ones. He's got I think it's a 65 Philadelphia, or yeah, 65 Philadelphia, like a Colts play card. I know he's got that. It's kind of like an inaction. Don't know if I'll go that far with a Lenny Moore run. I'd love to pick up another rookie that looks like this one. Maybe someday. I haven't found one yet, so time will tell. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I've got another player run coming up of a guy that everybody's heard of. And if you haven't, then wow. But I'll be putting that together probably next week. Until then, stay safe and we'll talk soon. See ya.